Barbados, get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
Good morning to you indeed, and welcome to today. Fantastic Friday morning to all of you. Yes, it is indeed Friday, the 30th of May, 2025. I'm Pearson Bowen. Good having you company. Thank you for waking up bright and early to keep us company as well. The morning has already broken, the cocks have crowed, and so you should get up too. And I mean get up when you put your feet on the ground. Not just open your eyes and lie down there and say, all right, let me lie down here for a few more minutes and watch Pearson and see. You will fall asleep, guaranteed. So get up. Put your feet on the ground, have some tea, hot tea, and you get going. Make your day a wonderful today indeed. For those of you watching us on our streams on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, cbc.bb, I say good morning. And I say thank you for taking the time every day, wherever you are across the world, to do so every weekday morning, Monday to Friday. You are fantastic. I literally mean it. So talk between yourselves, but talk to us as well. We love your comments. We love your greetings. We love everything about you. So continue to do so and share the show. Share the show. Share the love. So continue to do so, and we are thanking you as well. So if you have an idea, or if you know of something or someone whose story is so good, it needs to be told, send us an email. Email address is morninbarbados@cbc.bb, morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and we shall acknowledge it. We thank you for sharing us your tips. Now, it's a busy day today. It's Friday, it's the weekend, and so we're looking forward to sharing with you today a performance that shall be unforgettable. I am not even going to tell you whose it is. I'll share that with you in just a moment. Also, today is World No Tobacco Day. We will be speaking to representatives of the National Council on Substance Abuse and the Ministry of Health and Wellness about tackling the trends and what should we now know about abuse of tobacco and nicotine and any other substances that have been creeping into our society. We'll look at that. Now, the Barbados Manufacturers Association next weekend is hosting a global village, an expo, Thai trade and innovation. And so they want to tell you more about what to expect when you come to the Wilder Gymnasium next weekend. They'll be talking to us today so that you begin to plan your next weekend early. So I'm looking forward to sharing with you a little bit about what to expect next weekend as well. The seniors games are on in earnest. There's action this weekend. Remember, heading to Queen's College tomorrow. Then we're heading to the Mighty Griner Highway on Sunday because there's competition. And one senior athlete who has already registered, who is a trainer, will join us to share about why active aging is so absolutely vital. For those of us who, as we get older, we tend to want to get lazy. Not in this instance at all. So he shall inspire us in just a little while. Now, tomorrow night, turn off your stove and come to the Wilder Gymnasium. That's right, Ras Ali and Friends. The big concert is on one more time. And so they'll join us this morning to give us the details. You should not miss this one. Also tomorrow, there's a lot happening, I can tell. Yeah, you know, there's a lot happening. One Heart, One St. John. That's the marquee event for St. John as they bring the month of celebrations as we gather there. Tomorrow, to a close, we'll tell you how to get there and what to expect when you get there. Also tomorrow, the Barbados Association of Creative and Artists are having a fundraiser. What's that about? And how can you be a part of it? And before the day is done today, we will be celebrating 20 years with one artist from Barbados. He's marking his 20th anniversary. Who is he? You have to stick around to find out. So, I shall not consume any more of your time. I want you to get up and have your breakfast. But I also want you to enjoy a stellar performance from a name that has been rising in soca in Barbados as it's Festive Friday. And now, when you hear the voice, you immediately know whose it is. See if you recognize this one. This is Sugary for Crop Over 2025. Come on in, Sugary, and sing your song.
Good morning.
Morning.
It's crop over time, right?
Yeah.
So we ready for the PLM. You ready? Let's go. Hey. Yeah. Sugar Ray. it sweet, yeah. I want ya back it up on the paling, girl. Show me that sweet rotation, all on the paling, girl. Show them how crazy you just get. Back it up on the paling, girl. Just watch the movementation, all on the paling, girl. Girl, I want ya back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Loose your waistline, girl, and jack it up. Roll your waistline, girl, and tap it up. You have a whining degree, we come for the paling. Sweat pouring like rain. Got the man them daring me that I cannot do that again. Like it's a symphony, walking in harmony, rolling your body, girl, you're bad and everybody could see. Show me that you're ready, brace it and let me see. We come for the, hey, hey, we come for the. I want ya back it up on the paling, girl. I want ya all up on the paling, girl. You know we ready. Back it up on the paling, girl. Just watch the movementation, all on the paling. Girl, I want you to back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Loose your waistline, girl, now jack it up. Roll your waistline, girl, and back it up. You have a whining degree, we all on the paling. Wet pouring like rain. Got the man them daring me that I cannot do that. Hey, like it's a symphony, walking in harmony, rolling your body, girl. You know we ready for the road. Show me that you ready, brace it and let me see. We all on the paling, we come for it. Back it up on the paling, girl. Boy, all on the paling, girl. Show them how crazy you just get. Back it up on it. What? Just watch the movementation. We going again. Let me go. Back it up on the paling, girl. Boy, all on the paling. Show them how crazy you just get. Back it up on the paling, girl. Just watch the movementation, all up on the paling. Hey, girl, I want you. Boy, be up on the paling, girl. Show them how crazy you just get. Boy, just watch the movementation, all up on the paling, girl. Hey, hey, hey.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit.
Oh, what a way to start your Friday, isn't it? Sugary indeed, and that was sweet, for real. Back it up on the paling, gal. Did I get the words right?
Yes, you are.
I got the words right. Sugary, it is so wonderful to have you with me this morning, this Friday morning.
Thank you for having me as well.
Wow, your journey through soca has been phenomenal. Does it surprise you?
No.
Right.
When you put in the work, this is 21 years in the making.
Really?
I've been in it for 21 years. I come from a musical family, and I've had a lot of training over the years. So I'm grateful for the point that I'm at right now. It's where I was aiming to reach,
Yeah.
and I know that it will go where it needs to go.
What else happens for you now in terms of aim? You've met this one now.
Right.
Got this covered, tick it off.
Yeah.
What else have you set as a target for yourself?
Well, I definitely want to use my platform to help young women, teen mothers, because I was a teen mom. So definitely through my community outreach and stuff like that, I would like to be able now to use the platform that has been built to help young people develop as well.
And she's doing so well, isn't she? I'm telling you, listen, I'm going to do to Mikey Mitts what Mikey Mitts does to me. Mikey Mitts watches the show, then he chooses on the weekend to talk about what I've done or did not do. Mikey Mitts loves the music of Sugary indeed. And he will openly tell you this. That's because she's so good. But most of all, she's from the north.
Yes, yeah, I'm a north girl.
Please. There you go. She's from the north. She's from Dobie Me. And so that's what excites me as well.
Good.
And if you remember yesterday's show, we had a lovely young lady sitting across from me from the Alexandra School.
Yes, Leilani.
That's
my daughter.
That is her daughter. Yes. So when you talk about mentorship of young girls,
right.
She's one who you mentor.
For sure. Again, she comes from a musical family. Mm-hmm. My father was a calypsonian. My father is Willow. And we would have come up through the years watching performances. So she has had her years of watching me and him perform. Mm-hmm. So definitely teaching her what to do on stage, how to carry herself, how to speak and stuff like that, how to represent herself is definitely something that I work on daily, because I find like children have problems expressing themselves and saying how they feel clearly. So definitely I'm very proud of her and how she is right now.
I was immensely proud yesterday as well.
Thank you.
You know, she spoke so well, so confidently and so articulately.
Yes,
so congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And the school, Alexandra School as well.
Please,
so well done. Your decision to sing soca though, because you could have sung anything, you have a voice that allows you to be able to tackle more than one genre.
Yeah.
But you choose to dwell in soca. Why?
Yeah. Well, my dad was a calypsonian, and as a child, my experiences was always down East Coast Road because he would make it to the semi-final stage of the competition. And at that point in time, the semi-finals would be at the East Coast Road, and then the Party Monarch finals would be in the afternoon. Mm-hmm. And the excitement of watching how they put together the performances, the dancers, the props. I had the backstage experience of East Coast Road.
Right.
And I remember at 16 years old, I said to my dad, I want to sing, but I don't want to do social commentary. I want to do party. And he was like, all right, we will see. And he put me in the trusted hands of Mr. Blood at that time. I would have been 16 going 17 years old, and that's where I started. But it was just the excitement of doing all these big performances and watching Lil Rick coming down and anyway, you're running coming down in parachutes, and all those things really created my love for the soca music.
And I mean, we can see it, we hear it, and we'll enjoy it.
Yes.
Your song for Crop Over 2025 is called Pale In.
Yeah.
What's that song? We get the back.
One of them. One of them.
Or how many more are there?
There are 3 songs that I released so far for the season. But Pale In, people always say they want a song for the road.
Yes.
Everybody knows that along the road for the jumping, if it's one thing that you're going to see on Kadooment Day, is the women in costumes holding on to somebody's paling, cocking up the foot and dancing and having a good time.
I didn't say it.
I said it. I love it. I love mass, and I also participate in mass. So when I thought about it, I wanted to give the ladies their space to shine and have a good time on the road. Yes. So that was the idea behind Paling. And so far, it's been getting a lot of love. People really loving it. So I'm grateful. It's always humbling, and I'm a good feeling that people love what you have to offer, for sure.
In terms of the production, who's worked on this with you?
Mr. Shockwave.
Our boy inside. Shockwave indeed.
Shockwave.
And so you're now working on marketing it.
Yes.
And taking it wherever it takes you.
Wherever it goes.
And I'm excited about what else is going to be happening for you. So where can we find you in performance for Crop Over?
Well, tonight, Orange Hill. We coming up to Orange Hill for this Crop Over Sweet Lime. Also, you will see me at different garden parties and fests. And if you need to reach out to me, you can reach me at Sugary if you want me to book. But for sure, every fete for Crop Over, you're going to see me in it.
For sure. What do you do apart from doing soca?
You want that plethora of things.
All right then, okay.
I can tell you. By profession, I'm a civil servant. I work in the government of Barbados. I'm also an entrepreneur. So I have virtual assistant services. And then I'm also a community leader in the areas of Indian Ground, French Village, Fort Hill, St. Peter. Wow. I run a community group called the Ream Community Group. So we reach, educate, motivate, and empower. That's the whole thing behind it. So we give out stuff at Christmas, baskets and hampers. We create youth programs and stuff like that. And then that's something that I want to take not only from those areas, but to be able to offer it all over Barbados. So developing different programs for young people and giving them something positive to do. That's what Sugary is about.
You are so deep
am.
and so good.
I am. Thank
And
you.
we thank you very, very much for joining us this morning. I
Thank
wish
you
you
so much
well
for
all
having
crop
me.
over. You're welcome. All crop over long. I hope that you reach all the success that you've designed for yourself. And in reaping that success, as you're clearly in your head, you want to share it with others.
Yes,
and I
I do.
commend you on that.
Thank you so much.
Well done. The song is called Palin. It's for crop 1 of 3 so far released for crop over 2025. Of course, keep listening to the party station, 98.1 The One, and you'll hear even more, and 94.7 FM as well, because we do Bajan their best. And we're looking forward to a stellar performance and stellar contributions still from Sugary. Sugary, thank you. You're welcome indeed. We're back in just a moment.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
The Ministry of Youth Sports and Community Empowerment's Bridges television series is back. Join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. on CBC TV 8. Don't you miss it.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV 8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that.
Good morning to you.
We're just going to ask a few questions regarding anything World No Tobacco Day related. You familiar?
I'm gonna need some clarity.
You ready to answer some questions for us?
Born ready.
Can you tell me in Barbados what is referred to as Fanta?
A drug.
Tell me what Fanta is.
It's a form of tobacco.
I understood that it's not good for you.
The thing you're putting before you're putting the good stuff. Define the good stuff.
When you roll up the weed and think, if you eat it, it's bad.
The weeds.
If you smoke it, it's bad.
Thank you for asking that question, sir.
It bugs the brain.
We don't smoke the weeds.
So there's Fanta,
but it comes from a fun too.
Oh, nicotine.
No backwards.
Yes, the legislation is smoking in public places in Barbados banned. Yes.
I could get a phone call.
This is the millionaire. This is the millionaire one.
World No Tobacco Day.
Unmasking the appeal. Well known.
That's what we're talking about right now with the National Council on Substance Abuse and with the Ministry of Health and Wellness. So joining me to continue the unmasking of the appeal is Makeda Bourne, who is a drug prevention officer with the National Council on Substance Abuse, and next to her, with a whole head of hair, is Kim Lashley, a technical assistant with the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Yes,
Ladies, good morning indeed.
Good morning.
Makeda, I like that effort that we just saw because you were testing the pulse. What do we know? And then to find out what we don't know to fill those gaps as well. So now that you've heard the voice of the people, what don't we as people know?
I want to start off by saying good morning to Barbados, and indeed it was a lot of fun going out in the community. Pulse of the People is the brainchild of Camille, actually, so I'm going to let her speak a little more to that.
So Camille,
yes, please.
Why did you go out to get the pulse of the people, and what did you learn having taken the pulse of the people?
So Pulse of the People comes from the NCD department within the Ministry of Health and Wellness, and I thought to myself when I put forward the proposal, we do things for the people of Barbados. That is the mandate of the Ministry of Health and Wellness and any government body in general. But do we know the grassroots? Do we know what happens on an everyday basis, like from day to day for persons within the communities? A lot of the times we don't. You know, we look at things from a political level only. And yes, while the policies are there to help persons, we need to know what are they actually thinking? Are the things that we're doing, are the efforts that we're putting in continuously actually getting to them? So I said, why not go into these communities, actually see what these people are thinking, and partnering with Makeda on the World No Tobacco Day initiative was one of the ways in which we realized, okay, there are gaps in terms of persons actually understanding and implementing things within the legislation in their everyday lives. So it kind of helps us, as you said, fill the gaps in terms of knowledge, and helps us to figure out, okay, where can we as government entities go in terms of health promotion initiatives, education initiatives, and how is it that we can maybe shift or form different policies that help to address the more relevant issues, obviously using evidence-based information as well from international health governing bodies. But yeah, it's just a way for us to get to, you know, the pulse of the people, so to speak.
Yeah. So far so good. You know you have a broader sense of where those gaps are.
For sure.
Do you think you have sufficient time to fill without to avoid catastrophe?
I think that there's a technical answer to it, and then there's a layman answer to it. And I could leave the technical answers for more able persons, such as like our Senior Medical Officer of Health, or the Deputy Chief Medical Officer, or Dr. George, who is our Chief Medical Officer. But from a technical assistant perspective, I think that there's always time for intervention. There's always time for us to implement things, because it is simple things we do on a day-to-day basis that help improve our health. The most minuscule things you could think about, like either changing your diet or, you know, taking a walk instead of using the elevator. Those are small increments of activities and healthy habits that, you know, end up helping us in the long run, so to speak.
Makeda, we're still up against that monolith that says, I'm a marketer and I have to have you consume my product. So therefore, I'm going to trigger all of those emotions within you to make you want my product. Are you seeing success in knocking that monolith down?
So one of the things that we recognize in Barbados is that a lot of persons are unaware of the Health Service Smoking Regulation 2017 that speaks specifically about marketing tobacco products, especially vaping, to children under 18. So internationally, they are doing that. So we're seeing colorful vapes, we're seeing colorful fruit flavors, things that make persons feel that it is okay to use, it's healthy to use. And because of that, a lot of persons, young persons, we are finding, and we're getting calls, even school-age children are choosing to use this because they are basically the mask is on and they think it is okay to use. So our job with the theme this year on masking the appeal, we are trying to get out there to let young persons, especially and parents, schools, wherever we go, to know the truth behind vaping liquids, what young persons are putting in their bodies, and to know that vaping, the results coming out from the different reports shows that vaping is more harmful than a lot of persons think.
I was taken by surprise. I'll share my story last weekend with my godsons. And while waiting in line at the supermarket, one of them says to me, "Uncle, what's that? Why are they marketing this in here?" And he's 11. And I was pleased to hear that reaction. I then took the time to talk a little bit more about what vaping is and to test his knowledge so he understands. So it's getting through into school at the primary level.
Good.
But the access through marketing, because it was placed in the supermarket near the gums. You know, where you go and you buy those chewy things. So, and you know, chewy things appeal to children. So let's talk a little bit about that and what we need to start doing differently so that we see the difference in terms of what people choose.
So we are seeing persons are doing things, and it is genuine ignorance of the law. So that is why we have designed and established this campaign to get in the communities, that persons can be educated about what is the law. So for instance, what that person doing is illegal. You're not supposed to be displaying any form of tobacco products in Barbados, although they are legal. Advertisement to any form of access to young persons under 18 is breaking the law. And persons generally don't know that. Simple things like having toys or snacks that simulate smoking. You know, back in the day, some person may have chewing gum that look like cigarettes or the candy. Those things should not be imported, furthermore sold in Barbados. But we know, persons do not know. So that is why we are getting out there in the community. We are doing things like pulsing the people. We did another series, Did You Know? And we are really getting into schools for this month. We were in the schools and we were doing very comprehensive tobacco education. So wherever we can do, we are doing this. And then we're hoping to follow up with discussions with shopkeepers and so forth so that they too can have the information and hopefully make the wise choice.
One is hopeful. I'm so excited by the fact that he knew. That triggered an excitement pulse in me that was unbelievable. But then the problem arrives at you, Kamel, where now having had that consumption of an illegal substance or illegally marketed, now they come to you guys for help. They say, "Oh, help me please because I'm addicted to." Talk to me a little bit about what the Ministry of Health and Wellness is faced with every day almost, you know, whether, and at what age do you find that people are coming presenting for assistance?
Again, a very technical answer, and yes, I'm a technical assistant, but I would leave the nitty-gritty to our senior persons. But I think this is a good opportunity as well to segue into our social media pages, because what we're doing is that the questions that you're asking me, we're trying to make that information a bit more palatable and open to the public. So there's opportunity for us to do, you know, like small interviews with the same senior management that we've talked about and answer those same questions online in a format that persons are able to, you know, consume. And it would seem as if we're like lowering the veil a bit so people understand that yes, these are problems that we're currently experiencing from an NCD perspective. You know, because as I said, I'm in the NCD department in the Ministry of Health and Wellness. Obviously, cancer is associated with tobacco consumption. There's like oral, esophageal, like anything dealing with the mouth and throat and lungs, etc. And well, speak to correction, but while it is that lung cancer, for example, isn't really prevalent here in Barbados, it is something that, you know, that could occur. There's, as I said, the oral, esophageal, etc., dealing with like the mouth, respiratory system, cardiovascular issues. That's one thing that came up in our first Pulse of the People episode, where we made the link between tobacco consumption and cardiovascular issues. And obviously we know cardiovascular issues is a big problem here in Barbados. But I think the blanket answer is that the Ministry of Health and Wellness, regardless of, you know, a person's individual lifestyle habits, our mandate is to help the people of Barbados. And whatever the problem, we'll be sure to be there to help you in terms of education as well as intervention and curative care at our primary and tertiary institutions.
So if I can add to that, Pearson,
sure.
Based on your question, the National Council of Substance Abuse, we did a primary school survey in 2020, and we are still alarmed and we are still seeing evidence that persons as young as 7 and 8 being introduced to drugs. And unfortunately, when we looked at the survey as well, it is the family that is the primary introducer to the drug. So one of the things we are seeing is, yes, young people are using drugs, and yes, we are seeing a spike of calls of persons at schools vaping. This is a huge problem, and one of the things we want persons to know is what vapes look like, because it can look like your pen. And parents and teachers could be unaware, right? So even if they're doing searches, if they're looking, they can bypass the instrument or the electronic device, not knowing that it is a vape. So we are seeing cases, we are getting calls, and we are trying to respond as best as we can.
Policy drives a lot of this as well, because if you can import it and market it, something has to be dealt with from a different perspective. Are you agitating for that?
Well, but we do have the legislation, Health Service Regulation 2017 is really comprehensive. It is that it needs to be told some more to the public so that they are aware that it does exist, and then to have the backing in terms of the enforcement.
All right. There's a lot still to be done.
Yes,
Lots still to be done. And you would have thought after all these years, you would get it. But there's a lot still more still to be done, because as generations come along, they need to be told and reminded. Because we adults, we're giving some very, very bad examples. And I think we need to start there as well, as adults, to take more responsibility for our actions and the examples we set for our young people as well, because we are damaging their future. And on this World No Tobacco Day, we need to start tackling the appeal for nicotine and tobacco. We need to start tackling it in a very serious way. And we want everyone's help in doing so. Makeda Bourne, the Drug Prevention Officer with the National Council on Substance Abuse. Good to see you again.
Wonderful being here.
Keep up the effort, keep up the great work. Don't lose your energy. You're doing well.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And Kimel Lashley, who is the Technical Assistant in the Ministry of Health and Wellness. I like the pulse.
Thank you.
Keep sharing with us on social all that we need to know, so that we can begin to catch the pulse. And this is a good pulse. This is a restoration of life. And so that's the whole point. So we're looking forward to more coming from your hands and your creativity as well. Thank you both, ladies. All right.
Thank you.
Back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories, and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end. And what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is...
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
25 minutes now to go to 7 o'clock next weekend. Next weekend, we are all going to the Global Village at the Garfield Sobers Gymnasium. That's when the Barbados Manufacturers Association hosts TIE 2025. Joining us today to talk a little bit more about what one can expect is my good friend Roberta Dowell Morris.
Yes.
Had to make sure that double thing gets in there. Roberta, it's so lovely to see you yet again.
It's so fantastic being here with you this morning, Pearson. It's been a long time.
It's been a while.
First time back in studio since the pandemic. But
That's
here
true.
we are.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's good to see you again. And she's brought along with her one of the sponsors for TIE 2025. And we met her too. Karasan Rodden. Good morning to Gordon. Good morning to you, Karasan. How are you doing? Can Karasan hear me? Or we'll try to resolve that.
I am unable to hear.
Or we'll try to resolve that in just a moment. So, Roberta, set for us the context for the Global Village 2025.
So first of all, people may be wondering, what is TIE? TIE is a Trade and Innovation Expo for 2025. It's the brainchild of the Barbados Manufacturers Association, and I'm sure everybody's familiar with BMX. But as usual with everything, we evolve, we change, we improve. And TIE has now expanded to feature local, regional, and international manufacturers. It gives them a stage to interact with different manufacturers from all over the world, I should say, and it also gives Barbadians the perfect opportunity to support Bajan. We talk a lot about buy Bajan, support local, support our local manufacturers and vendors, but this gives you an actual tangible opportunity to do that.
Yeah. You're interfacing not just with the manufacturer, you're interfacing with the product. You see its practicality, you see how you can apply it to everything that you do, or even the loved ones that you have as well. And so give us a sense of the variety in the Global Village next week for TIE 25.
So as the theme says, our Global Village, it truly is that. And I want to say, Pearson, at this point, there's something for everyone. I know sometimes in the years gone by, people say, this is for adults, this is for old people, but it really is not. It's from kids. They can learn something. There's a playground for them as well. We've also incorporated chefs from, our renowned chefs from, thanks to the BHTA in our village. We also have disaster management pavilions where I think it's key as the hurricane season starts on Sunday, June 1st and runs down to November 30th. And we get to learn so much more about disaster management, the launch of our ready-to-eat meals, which I know, Pearson, for a lot of us is going to be not just good for the hurricane season, but something we can carry through. And it also helps us to learn more about our local manufacturers. Sometimes we hear about companies, we hear the names, we don't know who they are.
True.
And it's a good opportunity for us to learn, interact, like you said, feel, experience those products. And I just think it continues to be the premier expo for something like this, and a perfect learning opportunity for Barbadians and visitors who are here.
Indeed. I mean, we all have fond memories of BMX over the years. So if you remember BMX, then TIE is the same thing. Where we go, we experience, we have all sorts of wonderful moments, but we get deals as well. We get to see products that we may not have seen in our regular traffic as we move from one place to another. And then you realize, whoa, that's available. And now you get to have those experiences when you come to TIE 2025 as well. So experience the Bajan marketplace with live cooking demos.
Yes, and I'm just going to give you a snippet of the demos. I'm looking forward to Sunday brunch. It's on June 8th. Us ladies, we like to brunch. It's perfect. You go early, you get home early, and you're able to have the rest of the day at home. So in that, for those cooking demos, they have sweet potato cakes topped with caramelized sorrel-infused onions with coconut garlic aioli. We have fish tacos topped with salsa, smoky barbecue pulled chicken with guava-infused barbecue sauce, over a fluffy coconut waffle topped with warm cheese sauce and sliced green onions. Now, Pearson, that's just one dish. So there truly is something to learn, something to see. You can create these own dishes at home. You can try them, experience them at the TIE 2025.
All right. I think this is a good segue for Karasan to come in. Karasan, let's see if we can hear me now. Karasan, calling Karasan.
I can hear you clearly now.
All right, I'm hoping that I can put you on the floor next to me as well. It's good to hear you, Karasan, because you have just, from Roberts Manufacturing, released the cookbook. And so with that not so special ingredient, and here it is, Roberta's teasing us with these live demonstrations, including products from Roberts as well. Are you going to be a part, not you, but Roberts, a part of those live cooking demonstrations?
Absolutely. And, coming to Thai this year is going to be a flavorful and immersive culinary experience for us. We're going to get the opportunity to just showcase our full line of products, including our sunflower products. It's so amazing, Pearson. You mentioned that we recently launched our cookbook, and this definitely is a significant milestone for us. Starting in someone's backyard 81 years ago to where we are today, in 19 countries.
Yes.
So we're definitely looking forward to sharing, these culinary experiences with our consumers.
And now you place it in that context, we see innovation at work as well, Karasan, because the things we did 81 years ago and the way we created those condiments that made our foods flavorful, the process is different. So we get an opportunity to discuss with you, I suppose, when we come to Thai 2025 with Roberts, that is, what has changed, but what has remained the same, because you have a brand of product, a range of products that are so fantastic that every house has to have. Will we have that opportunity to talk?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, definitely. What has changed over the years is how we consume our products. There is a big push on health as well. And, we understand the changing needs of our consumers, and we are definitely innovating along that line. Our products are gluten-free, lactose-free. They're free from trans fat as well. So we are cognizant of, our consumers looking for that healthy lifestyle, and we're innovating along that line as well. Just to say that we recently launched a coconut spread.
Wow.
And it's one of our new and exciting flavors. It's available at all leading supermarkets, right now. And definitely we're going to be looking to see how we can showcase this product, showcase the versatility of the product. The truth about it, Pearson, is that, every meal that you can create, you can find a Roberts product to make it, whether you're doing soups, salads, whether you're baking, whether you're making sauces, so it's going to be truly, an immersive experience, introducing our products to our consumers and ensuring that they understand that right here in Barbados, we have the capability as manufacturers to create world-class products. We're SQF certified as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we definitely want to drive this home because we believe in not just, meeting the consumer needs, but meeting the consumer needs safely as well.
Indeed. You should have seen Roberta's reaction when you talked about the coconut spread, Roberta.
I'm ready to go in the supermarket this evening and purchase it and see what I can do with it this weekend.
We can almost taste it indeed. But this is what we will get at Thai 2025, all of this and a whole lot more. So walk us through again, how can we come into Thai 25? Where can I go get tickets? How do I access this?
So for sure, Pearson, what we tell people all the time is there are 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to rush. If you have things to do on Saturday, make sure you come out Sunday and Monday. You have 3 days of full action, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. at, as you said, the Garfield Stowbridge Gymnasium. You can get your tickets from any Ticket Nation location, I beg your pardon, or ticketnation.bb online or bma.bb if you like the convenience of buying tickets online.
Mm-hmm.
Or, and it's a long list from north to south to east to west, we have physical box offices, and those I'm just going to run through them very quickly. CS Pharmacy in Bridgetown, The Nation Fontabelle, Starcom Network River Road, New Look Company, Roebuck Street, Empowered Sky Mall, Trey Class Boutique, Sheraton Mall, A&B Music Supplies at Wildy, Visual Oasis 6 Roads, the Lotto Booth, Speightstown opposite the bus terminal, Lil Grips Hardware and Building Supplies, Checker Hall St. Lucie, and Codrington Estates Development Company Limited in St. John. So there's no reason not to get a ticket. Those adult tickets are $20, children 5 to 12, $5, children 13 to 15, $10. And for BART members, I'm sorry I don't have a BART card,
to me, yes,
but
talk to
you're
me.
$15, you right? So there's a convenient location for everybody. If you like the convenience of online, ticketnation.bb or bma.bb. And if you go on BMA_246 and Barbados Manufacturers Association on Facebook and Instagram and Facebook respectively, you can get all the information on our vendors, on our wonderful sponsors like Roberts Manufacturing, and you also get to learn more about our Buy Bajan competition. And that's something that, again, we talk a lot about supporting Bajan products. This is a perfect opportunity to do that. I know we all like getting free stuff.
Yes.
So when you get to the expo, get your ticket to get in. Make sure you visit that McBride's outdoor booth. Get your free reusable tote bag. It's going to be branded Bop and Beat. So I know we all love to collect those for the supermarket and just for different things. Just follow the signage and go to the Buy Bajan booth and register. You have to be there. We're doing 5 draws daily. The prizes are worth over $150 daily. And there's also a grand prize from World Betting valued in the thousands.
Wow.
Now, I am excited. I can't win.
Yes.
But I'm excited to see whoever wins it and what they get. And it's just a perfect opportunity, Pearson. I can't stress it enough for us to support our local manufacturers like Roberts, like McBride's, like Wabisco, and just truly support them and the legacy that they've been able to build over these past 81 and plus years.
Yes. Well said, Roberta. Well said indeed. So, if you're like me, you go every day. And if that's you, you can go every day too. Or choose the day or days on which you'd like to go. Bring the children along because they are encouraged to be a part of it. There's a children's zone. And so if you want to get busy moving around doing your thing, let the children stay in the children's zone as well. They too will encounter at some point all that Barbados has to offer indeed. And so we want to encourage you to buy Bajan, but most of all, find your way to the Garfield Sobers Gymnasium next weekend for TIE 2025 and immerse yourself into all things Bajan in the Global Village indeed, of course. Roberta, thank you as always for coming by.
It's always a pleasure.
Hoping to see you really, really soon again. And Karis, and as always, good to see you again as well. My sisters have stolen my cookbook, but that's all right.
I'll send another one for you, Pearson.
It is highly sought after, Roberta, highly sought after.
I didn't know you were a cookist according to Bajan.
Not as good as most, but I
you can hold your own.
There you go. And so, but Roberts has made it so convenient and so easy to pull together some culinary delights in that cookbook. You have to have it, and it's available digitally.
Oh, wonderful!
Yeah, man.
That's my language.
Morning Barbados stays a break, and we're back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Yeah.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need a
morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Did you know tobacco is the only product that, when used exactly as intended by the manufacturer, kills up to half of its users? Also, tobacco kills up to 8 million people annually, and 1.3 million of those people are non-smokers. Did you know that in 2020, 22.3% of the world's population used tobacco? Lastly, to address the tobacco epidemic, 182 countries, including Barbados, signed on to the WHO FCTC of 2003. Stay tuned for more tobacco facts.
Look, I'm here. How are you doing, everybody? It's now 11 minutes to go to the hour of 7 o'clock. I'm turning my attention now to the Seniors Games, the National Seniors Games, which really start in earnest tomorrow at Queen's College with the field events. And then on Sunday, there's the road race. A man who has many medals, a man who is really good clearly at what he does, indeed, is Roland Waith. He is one of those senior athletes who will be competing again this year. Roland, good morning.
Good morning, Pearson.
Good to have you. First of all, why did you say to yourself, at my senior age, I'm going to get involved in competition in the seniors games?
Well, it's a long story. Actually, back in 2013, I went to the senior games at the stadium as a spectator.
Right.
So I thought. And I was there relaxing. At that time, it was Frank Gill. He was the manager at the stadium. And my good friend, Puggy Marshall, he was a referee. And we were there having a nice vodka and while drinking, I heard my name. And I said, did they just call my name? I hear Marshall, yeah, I register you.
Oh my goodness.
And I went, actually, I ran the 100 meters.
Yes.
It was the first time I was running on a track in my life, actually. Because I was more predominantly a footballer.
Right.
And in that particular race, I thought I won it and I turned around to the stand showing off. And this guy with two bandaged knees flew past me. And to my astonishment, I went and bought the sun the next day, and the center fold had this guy with two bad knees beating me on the line. I guess that was my inspiration.
Right. So never happened again, right?
Never happened again. Unfortunately, I never met him again.
Right.
I never did.
Right.
And from the very next day, I started participating. And back in those times, I was drinking, smoking, so I never really took it seriously first year or two. But after making my first trip overseas, I made the Barbados team and I went overseas. And there was this guy with this big stomach. I just couldn't catch this guy. But as I said, I wasn't that serious into it. I was just doing it.
Yes.
And then after that happened, then I started taking it very seriously. I started doing start training seriously, And the rest is history, really.
Because all the success is right there on your chest.
Actually, this is last year.
And this is only from last year?
This is last year.
Whoa.
Only.
Only
last year.
But so therefore you compete in a number of events.
Yes, I do.
What is your pet event?
200 meters.
You can't do a 4?
Well, that's my pet. I do 51,
you're
2, and 4.
You would do 4 as well?
I do 4 also.
I can run no longer than 2.
You just got to practice.
You see the advice? And that's great advice for other seniors as well, because there's some who are sitting watching and saying, but, my man, you don't want to rest yourself? What would you say?
Well, I hear that often, especially in my hometown in St. John. If I go on the road, warming up and stuff, doing a 5K, they say, you wait till you get old to be doing this? But the thing is that if I do it downtown now, like when I come up to Carnival, everybody's encourage you, keep going, keep looking good.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. So there's support.
Yeah,
and there is benefit that comes from engaging in the seniors games. Look at you. You look as fit as a fiddle. You look fitter than me.
But this is my 70th year, though.
And it is. Congratulations. 70 years and 10. You've been blessed.
Yeah.
You've been truly blessed. And you're still competing.
Of course.
So what are you doing for this year's seniors games?
This year I'm doing the 50, the 1, the 2, and the 4. And that's on the 9th. And then I leave the island on the 11th. And my next meet then will be in Maryland, the 28th of June. And then we have the Senior Olympics in Iowa. And that's the end of July.
Yes.
So that's pretty much my entire year for now.
And you never thought for 1 second that this would have been your senior life, did you?
No, never.
Were you an athlete in school?
No.
You see? I hear this now. You were a footballer. And you also play some road tennis, right?
I'm into road tennis now too.
Which is
because that's like my cross training. So that's how I got into that really.
Oh, you started with those knees. I mean, road tennis.
The knees still hurting, but.
But you pressed through it.
Exactly.
So your message to a lot of seniors, people who are in your age range, who are prepared to just sit down and settle, what would you say to them?
Well, I was like that once, although I play football, normally I would be home sitting down watching television. But what I realized that when you remain still, when you feel stiff, you feel lethargic, you feel lazy, you know what I mean? And as I always tell everybody, if you want to keep away, keep down the doctor's bills and things, come on and train. So if you realize a lot of the people that participate in the games, you don't see them with walking sticks, you don't hear them on medication, You know what I mean? So I'll just be helping the government with their health bill, you know what I mean?
You have such a wonderful view of life. I like this. You take it seriously, but you find the funny side as well.
Of course.
Which is that balance that I absolutely love about you and what you do indeed. And so you're competing next weekend.
Yeah.
And that's at the Usain Bolt?
Yeah. But actually I'm supposed to compete Sunday coming here.
In the road race?
Barfit has on the 40 race. They was invited to do the 200. So I'm running with some youngsters.
Yeah. You think you can beat them?
Of course.
Back in sport. What's your time?
In
their pet event, the 200?
But right now I'm the record holder in the 100 meters.
Which is?
12.17.
Whoa.
That was at 61 years old.
That is fantastic.
And no one has broken it as yet. And that was in 2016.
Yeah.
So I broke the record in the 4, the 1 and the 2. But since then someone broke the 2 and broke my record. So I'm only holding 1 record now.
Right.
So now we're doing time trials and my times are looking pretty good. Like in the 200 I ran 28:05 on Saturday. So I'm hoping to be around that on Sunday.
Wow.
Incidentally, I actually ran a meet last Saturday night in St. Andrew. They had Glow Sports.
Right.
And I was invited down and I ran the 400 and the 200 and the 100. And I came 4th in the 4. Obviously, the age groups were over 40, under 40. Over, under. That was it.
But 4th isn't bad.
So I ran 4th in the 400 and I came 3rd in the 100 meters.
Whoa.
But they're youngsters, so I feel confident now that I can do very good on Sunday.
So record breaking for you, right?
Yes, that's it.
My man has set a mission for 2025. I'm looking at your medals here. I see National Barbados Seniors Games, yes.
Right, this is last year here.
Right. San Diego Seniors Games.
Right, that was in September.
Last year?
Last year. Oh, this is last year.
Oh, all right. And then what else do you have?
This was Empire State Games. This was in Cortland. Actually, that's like 200 miles from Toronto.
Yes.
Right? So I had 4 gold medals there. And this is the World Championship Senior Game. I mean, World Championships in Utah. I had 3 silvers.
Whoa.
This is October.
Yes.
Right.
A whole calendar of competition for you.
Yes.
And what I like, you're not sitting down home. You don't just go and sit down home.
Never. But I'm not running and playing road tennis. So actually this last week I played most mornings. Because there's this guy that likes a morning workout. So I go run like 6 to 30 and play him like an hour or so. And then I got training in the afternoon at Harrison College with Rob Clark.
Wow. And how you live now is vastly different from how you lived when you were younger.
Much.
Much.
I eat meat, I eat anything. No, I don't eat meat no more.
Right.
I don't eat English potatoes, I don't eat rice really. Sweet potato, yam, and fish. Do you have it? Fruits,
the ground
veg.
and the sea.
Nothing
Fruits and veg. And that's what keeps you fit and active. Yeah. And so your advice to other seniors is to do the same thing. Go back to the ground, take in some fish, have your vegetables and so forth, and your fruits.
Yeah.
And you're all right. You should be able to go to compete.
Good to go.
Right. So you want all of us to come out then and watch you on Sunday in the road race. Because Barfit.
But I'm not only about road race. I don't. Once it's 5, I drive. So anything over 4, I use my car. You understand? So I'm a sprinter, quick, done, quick. Everything's quick with me.
Roland, I love it. I love it.
My mother always told me I never had any patience.
Yes.
So I guess that's why I'm a sprinter.
Well, here's your brother. And so on next Saturday, the 9th of June, not this one, the following Saturday, the 9th of June, the bank holiday. Monday.
Right.
At Usain Bolt is where we should really come and see some speed.
Definitely.
Coming from you because you are about to break even more records.
Well, that's the aim.
Yes,
right?
yes. And you're getting yourself ready to do so. How often or how much time do you spend in staying fit in any given day? How much time do you think you dedicate to that?
Well, we train for a 6-month period. Starting in January. We train Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday at Harrison College. And then Tuesday, Thursday, I do hills.
Right. And that's a group of
There's
other?
A group of, yes. There's mainly Barbados senior athletes, and our head coach is Rob Clark, former Olympian.
Right.
Right. And there's about 12 of us.
Right. You're doing well.
Yeah.
Roland Waith, you're doing very, very well. Right. Roosevelt Bako Corbin says, I love the way you're getting up and doing your thing, sir. Nice inspiration to others like myself. So someone overseas to say, boy, you're inspiring him. He's younger than you to get up and do more like you do as well. And that's good. Lead by example. You're doing it very well. I wish you well in all the competitions that you're engaging in for the seniors games. And I want thousands to come out. And when you come out, look for Roland Waith. That face right there. That man is the man to beat for the National Seniors Games. All the best, Roland.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. We're back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment's Bridges television series is back. Join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. on CBC TV 8. Don't you miss it.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it. To make
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
7 o'clock, let's look at some news now. Barbadians have been given more time to register for government's one-off solidarity allowance. They now have until the 31st of July. That update was delivered by Minister in the Ministry of Finance, Ryan Strawn, during a post-cabinet press conference at the Elara Court yesterday. However, he urges Barbadians to register at their earliest convenience. Minister Strawn adds that those without requisite identification documents are assured that their cases will be fast-tracked to accommodate registration at the various locations across the island.
The Director of Finance, along with the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Labour, as well as the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of People Empowerment. Those three officials will sit as the appellate mechanism, such that as we go through this process and anyone feels as if they have not been having applied and not necessarily meeting the criteria, if they feel as if they have been if they feel aggrieved, then they are free to write to the appellate mechanism, and we will investigate to make sure that those things are corrected if adjudged to be so.
Now, during that post-cabinet press conference, Barbadians with U.S. student visas were advised to proceed as normal to their respective educational institutions. That advice has come from Minister of Training and Tertiary Education, Sandra Husbands, in the wake of a pause on student visas being issued by the U.S. government. She, however, suggested that people now contemplating pursuing studies overseas should look to other territories other than the U.S.
Perhaps they may want to be seeking out Canadian universities, other universities in Europe, other universities in the Caribbean, Latin America, wherever, to give themselves options just in case there is not a positive outcome from the stoppage on the U.S. student visas.
Well, further, Minister Husbands is encouraging all students in overseas territories to register with Barbados embassies and consulates as soon as possible. She says one of the challenges for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade is not knowing how many Barbadians are overseas.
It is very important if you are a Barbadian overseas for any length of time. We're not talking about 2 weeks holiday or 3 weeks holiday, but you're going to be out for a period of time. It's important for you to inform the embassy of your presence where you are. Why is that important? Should there be an emergency, should there be anything that is likely to impact you and they need to make contact with you, it's going to be important for them to be able to reach you. And more importantly, you need to have our numbers so that you can reach to us when you have an issue or a problem.
Indiscipline at the Grantley Adams Memorial School is declining. This as efforts by teachers to help students with behavioral issues have led to a significant improvement in the students' behavior. Principal Major Andrew Skeet shared the positive news as he delivered his report during the school's speech day and prize-giving ceremony. Anesta Henry was there. She files this report.
In the past, the Grantley Adams Memorial School received negative publicity for indiscipline among students. Now, Principal Major Andrew Skeet is reporting a tremendous improvement in student behavior as a result of intervention mechanisms.
I'm happy to report that there still has been a significant decline, not at the levels that we may want. I think we may be plateauing and reaching what we would call manageable levels. But I make no doubt that the improved behavior is as a result of the hard work, including the extreme patience of our teachers who understand our students and are prepared to work with them.
In addition, a significant number of students are making the effort to do their best, realizing that the school is set up to cater to their needs.
In addition, we believe that the strategies we employ to assist our students to manage their behavior are working. And as simple as it seems, as very simple as it seems, the provision of breakfast, however so slight, from the senior teacher's office helps in behavior management. I think Bob Marley said a hungry man is an angry man. Yeah, but it does help. It does help. We use parental consultations where parents are engaged and challenged to assist in managing their child or their ward's behavior. This has borne some fruit as well. In some cases, the mere presence of the parent at these meetings is significant, as that child, that ward, will perceive that their parent's presence to mean or to be an act of care and love.
The principal also reported major academic improvements, with several students who were placed in remedial reading and mathematics programs being reintegrated into mainstream classes. This year, the rural school observes its 70th anniversary, and the chairman of the Board of Management, George Griffith, is thanking past and present staff and students for their contributions to the institution's development over the years.
To be more precise, I am referring this morning particularly to our teachers at all levels for their dedication to the task of ensuring that you, our students, are the recipients of the best quality of education possible, and which takes into consideration the capacity of each and every student who comes before them with their individual strengths, weaknesses, and primary socializational predispositions. You, teachers, are a significant component of that enabling environment without which effective education and learning is no more than a figment of one's imagination.
During the speech day and the prize-giving ceremony themed Tried by Fire, 70 years strong, past and present students were awarded for their achievements. Anesta Henry, CBC News.
Let's look at sports now. The Windies have given Harry Brook an excellent start to his reign as England captain with a comprehensive 238-run defeat in the first one-day international at Edgbaston yesterday. England posted 400 for 8 after being asked to bat, but player of the match, Barbadian-born Jacob Bethel, struck 82 from 53 balls. That included 8 fours and 5 sixes. Jaden Seals was the best bowler with 4 for 84. While Justin Graves took 2 for 68 and Alzari Joseph 2 for 69. Saqib Mahmood then ran through the West Indies top order with 3 for 32 as they were bowled out for just 162 in 26.2 overs. Seals top scored with 29. Look at the highlights. Well, the next ODI is set for Sunday, beginning 6 o'clock Barbados time, and it will be played at Cardiff. That's news until now. More news coming up at noon. We're right back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
So 12 minutes now after 7 o'clock as we continue not just to entertain you, but to inform you this Friday morning. And joining me now are representatives from BACA, the Barbados Association of Creatives and Artists. Their PRO is Barry Knight. And of course, the magic man who never walks away from love, Shirley Stewart, who is going to be there because there's something significant happening this weekend, as a matter of fact. And so welcome, gentlemen, first of all.
Pleasure to be here.
Always good to have you.
Yeah.
Barry, talk to me. What is happening? What is it that BACA is doing this weekend?
This weekend, we're having our third annual BACA Benevolent Fund Tribute Concert, honoring Mr. Shirley Stewart right next to me and Miss Merle Niles. For their legacy in the entertainment sphere, all right? It's also a fundraising venture for the Benevolent Fund, for the arts, for the members of BACA, who might fall on
unfortunate circumstances.
Situations, yeah.
Yeah, and so this is happening where?
At the Daphne Joseph Hackett Theatre.
In town in Queen's Park, Daphne Joseph Hackett Theatre. What time?
At 6 p.m.
Tomorrow, Saturday?
6 p.m. to 8 p.m., yeah.
6 to 8, 2 hours. 2 hours to really significantly acknowledge the work.
Yes, correct.
And I mean, there's a body of work from both of these folks.
Yes.
Merle Niles, who, as we know, is a theatre practitioner, but also a manager of artists.
Correct.
As well.
Beautiful. Well said, well said. Thank you for saying that. And she's also part of the Pampalam legacy as well, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then this man here. Like.
And he's right here. He's here.
He's here. He's here. And so
the legend himself.
You got that right. And I mean, and the never growing old legend.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
You look the same. You sound the same. You perform the same. You get the same reactions every time because Bajans love you.
Well, I don't want to boast. But I was with my friend in Norville a couple for his birthday celebration. Yes. He invited me. We were in Pelican Village. The place was packed. Of course, when I say walk in, well, you don't think you're just going to come in here and drink. And I end up singing Walk Away From Love. And of course, it was the outpouring of love was incredible.
Bajans will never forget that song. And their generations growing up are also knowing and loving the song.
It is true. It is true.
But you have such a legacy. There's so much you have done. And it's for that you're being recognized tomorrow. So let's talk about your beginning, St. Thomas.
St. Thomas.
And all of your work up through the years.
In St. Thomas, the Escorts International, it was the Escorts at first. But then we realized there was a band in the States called the Escorts. So we couldn't change the name, we had to add international to it. And over the years, we've brought some big hits. Who ain't looking good, good looking. You know, right? And then the song we had called Ask Your Mother for Six Months, and that got banned, but was one of our biggest sellers.
But it's creeping its way back out. Time has allowed us to be able to look at it a little differently now.
No, I mean, what I'm hearing now, we can't match with what I'm hearing now.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy that I'm still here. On June 18th, I will turn 72 years of age.
Congratulations,
It's a beautiful thing. I feel real good.
You're right, and you look real good.
I hear people are telling me that.
But it can't be a lie. So you worked with the Escorts International.
International.
You've created, there's a body of music that still
so
lives
much music
to this day, and you've traveled.
Oh, yes.
Let's talk a
In
little bit.
1979, one of my biggest gigs was going to Cari Festa in Cuba.
Yes.
Castro was up in the audience, well, not the audience, you know, they had him.
His box. Up
Right.
there, yes.
And at the time, our biggest hit was the same song, Looking Good. And I remember coming on and performing the song, even though Fabulous Five and all those other groups were there. To me, the Escorts and the Barbados contingent took the whole thing. So much so that when we came back home, they had them put on shows at Common Mare and some other places where we could perform to let the Barbadian audience see what we did in Cuba. Apart from that, I left the island in 79 and tried to further my career. I remember in New York, my friend Richard Walters, who plays the bass, we're great friends, and he said to me, Cheryl, if you don't send home something, the people are going to forget you. And you know, the same night, I went home, I don't know where this thing came from, and that's when I wrote Walk Away From Love. I'm going to say I wrote Walk Away From Love because people still meet me to this day and say, Stuart, tell the truth. You wrote that song. You know, like nothing great can come out of Barbados.
Yes.
And so I did 2 verses, the chorus, and then I was stuck on the 3rd verse.
Yes.
And I went to him, my friend, I said, Rich, I wrote a song last night called Walk Away From Love, but he got writer's block. He said, sing it for me. So I did, and he wrote the last verse, and the rest
is
in Guyana. Walk Away From Love is known as the anthem.
Wow.
So if any Guyanese out there hear me today, this is the man.
And so you never walked away from that passion. You never did.
Never did.
There are other artists who decided, oh, I'll retire.
No.
You
and I never walked. In fact, what I did at one point, I switched to the church because I have 2 videos out, which you have here.
Yes.
Thank You, Jesus, and Salvation Pays too. And I want you to know, I write most of my songs. Looking Good wasn't written by me, it was written by Satchmore, so let me give him credit for that. But I'm the one who sang it originally, you see? And in the gospel music, my church is in Jackson. That's where I go. I sing with both choirs because the old people came and asked me to sing, and the young people came and asked me, I said, why not? You know? So it's been a beautiful, beautiful life, to be honest. And of course, I live between New York and here. Because Barbados is my first love. And
I like that you called it a beautiful, beautiful life. But that means you have no regrets.
Well, you know, the song said regrets. I have a few,
but then again, too few to mention.
No. I intend to enjoy my life until the time when I'm gone.
Yeah.
And a Canadian man told me, Stuart, long after you're gone, they will still hear your voice.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
And that's the truth. Working with other people younger than yourself, because I know you associate yourself with other people younger than yourself who continue to give you wind.
You see Anderson Blood Armstrong?
Yeah.
That's my buddy.
Yes.
When I made a transcord, I did Calypso for a while. Sadan, I sang some of Sadan songs, and I would record at Blood Studio.
Yes.
So we are great friends. And through him, I met so many of the young people. Even Faith Callender, who right now is very, very popular with the song that she has. And when I saw her, I was surprised. I know her from Blood Camp. More success to her. I'm glad to see it. And I meet so many young, Jay Slow.
Yes.
Jay Slow invited me on a show for Jackie Opal. And he said to me, I would like you to sing that song, Looking Good. And I'll come on and do a verse with you. And I said to him, you know that I'm the original singer? He did not know. Yeah. I said, yeah, I'm the one. He's a young boy. But he was one of my fans. He knew me from, oh man, it's been so good associating with him.
And I'm sure that brings joy to your spirit.
It does.
To know that you can also reach into the performance, the development of some other younger people.
Correct. You know, I came in for the gathering in St. Thomas.
Yes.
And I called myself the prodigal son because St. Thomas in Richmond Hall, Vault Road, that's where the Escorts International used to rehearse. When we rehearsed on Sundays, it was like a whole show. So when they brought me in for the gathering, and I walked out on the stage, and then to see the people greeting me, and the thing, you're 70, what? Boy, you're still like that. You know? And then when I sang Walk Away From Love, I mean, it comes from right inside. And the greeting that I got from the people in St. Thomas, those are my people.
Yeah, of course.
And also Pori Spring and Dunscombe, That's where I used to sing side the road at night.
Wow.
People will come out their house and think when I out there singing some of the Merry Men tunes.
Yes, yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So it's been quite a life.
You know, you have a hit when you don't have to sing. People see it for you.
I'm telling you.
just put the microphone.
And they sing it. I remember I was in Trinidad on a big show in Trinidad, and Lord Nelson came on and sang his classic song. In the middle of the song, Nelson forgot the lyrics. What do you think happened?
Of course we carried it.
The crowd
People
man
carried
took
it for
over
him.
here. I said, wow, that's incredible.
That is magic.
Yep.
And that's what Barry BACA continues to support.
Yes.
And through this effort tomorrow evening from 6 o'clock in the Daphne Joseph Hackett Theatre, we are paying tribute
to Shirley and
Shirley Stewart, who has a body of music, but who is still performing. And so we want to give them their flowers.
Definitely.
And Merle, who is also still alive, who is still helping other people as well.
Currently.
Let's talk a little bit about Merle too, because lest we forget, and sometimes you get so caught up in other things you're not seeing. Fortunately for Shirley, he's still seen and heard. But for Merle, hers is one of the in the back.
Yeah, but
so let's talk about
everyone that she works with over the years still knows her currently now today. She's still the current manager for the Big Show tent, and she does the stage management. She does as well. I mean, and she's very active in her field. So and everyone knows her. They even call her Auntie Merle. Okay, so she has that legacy in her own right as well. So it's exciting to see that the young members of BACA want to pay tribute to her as well. But we have some two former Calypso Monarchs, Bumba and Kid Sight, will be performing on Saturday, along with the soca monarch Mr. Dale, and some young upcoming artists as well, Nika, Queen T, Kelly, and a young guy named Ross as well. So all of these come together to honor these guys with the theater pieces as well for Merle as well. So I mean, it gives them the flowers while they're here.
It's going to be quite a show.
Yeah, and obviously all funds raised will be going towards the Benevolent Fund for members that might have some hard times or whatever the case may be. So.
Do we pay at the door? Do we need to get tickets
You
before?
can pay at the door as a donation of $50.
Okay.
And come and have a good time.
You're getting a great show.
Yeah,
it's for a very worthy cause.
Yes,
it's at Queen's Park, in Queen's Park tomorrow in the Daphne Joseph Hackett Theatre. Simple Simon met the pieman. 6 o'clock tomorrow. 6 o'clock tomorrow. Don't dilly-dally on this. It is literally a no-brainer. So tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock, Daphne Joseph Hackett Theatre, you're going to be treated to some outstanding Barbadian entertainment. In theatre, in tribute to Merle, and then in song and performance in tribute to Shirley. And so we want to encourage you, if you know his music and you know the man, you have to be there. If you know her work, and you know the people who benefited from her work as well, you have to be there at the Daphne Joseph Hackett Theatre, beginning at 6 o'clock. Your contribution of $50 will go towards the benevolent fund of BACA to help other artists who are struggling. And that's important, Barry, to know that is a way that the association is giving back.
And that's one of the main things that we pride ourselves on as well. Because artists, they're very prideful, so they don't speak about it. So know what, if you're part of the association, so you could join BACA. All information is online, and there's a full support system there.
Are you all documenting the stories? Shirley has a lovely story.
That's a new series that's coming out soon.
What do you mean by that?
You gotta look up.
I started the conversation, now I have to look out for it.
We're trying to expand the reach of BACA as well, so we want to let people know of artists like Shirley and Merle through a series that is in the works. So I try not to.
It's in the works.
I don't want to trip over my words anymore right now.
It's in the works. So look
well
for it
said
soon.
in terms of bringing information out to the young artists out there as well.
Because for me, sometimes I think for all of us who work on the air, you struggle at times finding those written stories about Barbadians. You can plug in Michael Jackson, his whole Wikipedia pops up. And so I would like to see the day when we can find that biography on all of our artists as well. Fine, we can see videos, fine, we can get their audio content, yes, but I want to see their written story so that generations later can read it for themselves, lest they forget.
Yes.
I would like to challenge BACA to undertake such.
Challenge accepted.
Accepted?
Yes.
I'm holding you to your word.
No problem.
Should I hold him to his word?
Yes, you should.
That falls directly into what we're working with. So
fantastic. That is fantastic. Folks, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, beginning at 6 o'clock, in the Daphne Joseph Hackett Theatre. $50 is your contribution. But when you come, we're honoring Shirley Stewart of Escorts International. Shirley Stewart of Walk Away from Love fame. Shirley Stewart, the singer, the man from St. Thomas.
That's right.
Shirley Stewart, the man from St. Thomas from Barbados, who's gone all over the world as well to represent who we are. And every time he does, not only does he just represent himself, he represents us so well that people want to know more.
For sure.
And that's his life. He's lived it for so long, and he's done it so well. So we want to honor him tomorrow, and I'd like for you to come. Please honor him tomorrow evening at the Daphne Joseph Hackett Theatre. And then there's Merle, who we see gets dressed up in costume, who has her funny bone in her, and so she tells the stories that will make you crack up. But she's also been a part of the development of the cultural arts of Barbados for a long time, almost for her life. And so we want you to come also honor her tomorrow. It's a benevolent concert for the Benevolent Fund. That word is what, who made up that word?
You know?
That word. And so we all want to be there indeed tomorrow evening. You can pay at the door. You can pay at the door. And while your contribution is $50, you can give more.
Yes.
It will not be rejected at all. So bring along a friend, bring along yourself, bring along the children. I think young people need to be exposed to things like this so that they understand that life didn't just happen like that. There was thought and process.
There's also, if we bring the children, it'll be $25 for the kids if you want to come here as a contribution for them.
Nice. $25 half price for
the children.
And my 18-year-old son? He's a child. Surely is he a child?
He's a child to somebody.
A mere kid.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
No problem. So you can pay a little less for the tinier ones, indeed. And so, but we want you all to be there. This is going to be great.
Yes.
Remind us again who's performing.
We have two former Calypso moderates, Bumba and Kid Sight, and former soca moderate Mr. Dale, and Pickety Crop finalist Nika, Ross, Donella, Queen T, and Jason Morris. He's a saxophonist. He will be doing a piece for that there. And also we will have two theater pieces honoring Merle as well.
Right.
Yeah.
And if we know Shirley, he's going to get up there and do something.
Yeah.
We know him. Can't
I
resist
told him this is his night. If he feels to speak, if he feels to say thank you, grab the microphone or the whole band, go at it. So if you do come, you might get an impromptu performance from the legend himself.
Shirley cannot resist.
What I do.
It's what he does indeed. So I wish you well. Congratulations, Shirley.
You. Thank you
well
very much.
done, thou good and faithful servant.
Thank you, sir.
Now,
Appreciate
indeed,
it.
you're very welcome. Barry, thank you as
You're
always.
most welcome.
And I wish Baka well with all of your continued efforts. And I'm excited to see what else comes from Baka. Hate.
We're good.
Good, man.
Yeah. All right.
We're taking a break here, folks. We're coming back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment's Bridges television series is back. Join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. on CBC TV 8. Don't you miss it.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV 8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Week after week, Scald presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scald is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scald, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.
Today we are excited to celebrate. And celebrate a significant milestone in the life of a young man who we've seen literally grow up before our very eyes. It was 20 years ago that he stepped onto the entertainment scene, and I'm sure you're wondering, who on heaven's earth is Pearson talking about? I'm talking about Chad Bowen. You know him as Sir Royal. Sir Royal, good morning.
Good morning.
Congratulations on your anniversary. 20 years in the business.
20 years already. 20 years.
Just say that out loud.
20 years already. 20
but
years.
Just saying all of that, how does it feel?
Well, it take me all back to junior Calypso Monarch. That's where the journey started from. And it was not always a bed of roses. There were some times, not just junior Monarch, but in Pickety Crop. There were some times when I did not make the competition, when I thought I should have made it. There were times when I said I wasn't going to do the competition anymore because I felt, disappointed, and I told myself that I'm going to stay in London, not come back. But Calypso keeps calling, is a privilege.
The Calypso rhythm calls.
Yeah, definitely.
That decision all 20 years ago to enter the Junior Monarch competition, was that your decision?
Yes, it definitely was.
What were you doing? Do you remember what you were doing then that caused it?
I remembered I went to NCF camp, summer camp, and everybody at that camp, they were singing all these songs from Junior Monarch back in 2004. And I was like, this seems pretty cool. And after I entered NIFCA, I decided that I would make the step in joining the Junior Calypso Monarch. And it just started from there.
What kind of music were you singing before that?
Well, I'm an artist. I do all genres of music, so I was singing R&B.
Right.
I never thought I would be in Calypso, that I would get into that genre, but it just happened like that.
So moving from R&B into Calypso and soca as well, What kinds of differences did you have to overcome to be able to be settled in calypso?
To be honest, it's just like any other genre.
Really?
You just, if you're a musician is a musician.
Yeah, but your phrasing is different in calypso from how you do it in R&B, isn't it?
Definitely, but I would definitely say that I was gifted where that's concerned.
Right. So you, Sir Ruel, made that decision. I'm going to enter myself into the Junior Monarch. And or did you have to seek permission?
I didn't have to seek permission at all. I mean, like my mom was always supportive.
Right.
So I remember when I told her I want to do it, and she said, "That's your decision. You just do it." She was.
Do you remember your first song that you just competed with?
Yeah, Making a Difference.
Wow, you remember it so well?
I do not remember it.
Not all the words, but you remember that was the title of the song.
I remember the title of the song.
What was the result from your first competition?
Well, I placed third.
And so that gave you the determination to do more and to come first.
Definitely, and eventually I won the Junior Calypso Monarch in 2008 in my last year of competing.
I remember that quite well. That you went from the Junior Monarch into performing with the big boys, and so and again you represented yourself very, very well. In terms of having conversations with people over your 20 years who would inspire you to stay with the genre, who are some of the people who were critical to your development?
I would say House of Soca, my Calypso 10. Sharon Kuruwait, they played a vital role in my development. I would say people like Rep Plastic Bag, Gabby. Shaka wrote my first song. I could never forget that.
Right. But you know right, don't you?
Definitely, yes.
So over the time you've decided, you know what, I could do this. I could do this. And so where do you people write from pain. There's some people who write from pain. There's some people who write from just joy, and they just want to continue doing so. Where inside of your spirit do you begin to write?
Well, I write based on life experiences. You know, I just can't get up one day and say I'm going to write a song. It happens like that. I would have to be inspired by something or triggered by something to write.
So over those 20 years now, you're in the juniors, you're working with all of these giants in the industry, and they're sharing with you nuggets to help you develop as well. And so competition after competition after competition, did you at any time feel like giving up?
There were times, as I said before, that when I thought I should have made it.
Right.
And I didn't, and I told myself, man, I don't think I could do this any longer. I would say, Mom, I don't think I do any competition anymore.
And she'd say? And
she would say, child, the decision is yours. But I knew that she wanted me to do it, you know.
Yes.
As I said, I told myself that I would just stay in London, just be over there and not do the competition because of disappointment.
Had you decided to stay in London, what do you think your life could have been?
I can honestly say that I can't predict the future. I can't answer that. But I'm happy to be here.
Right. So, is entertainment who you are?
Definitely.
Was that a tough decision to make?
Not really.
So, having made that decision, what have you done, or what have you put in place to develop yourself as an entertainer?
Well, I would honestly say those experiences of performing, as I said, 20 years is not 20 days. So I would have gained a lot of experience from those years.
Do you remember, I know my production team was telling me something earlier, talk to me again in my ear, because I know that I remember your last year's performance.
Yes.
I'm told, Chad, I want you to turn your eyes over there and to look at the screen. They have a surprise for you. I'm not so sure what it is because I don't.
But Shad now has the more up-tempo song, and the crowd tend to, like, you know, let me see, agree with Shad on his switch from the social, not the social commentary, the laid-back social commentary to the party song. So I think Shad has a better chance.
All right, good stuff. Now, he came in 2004. This year, he's performing something called a party song, written by Stetson Wiltshire, arranged by Mark Husbands. Some people said last year he had bags antics. We'll have to wait and see. Coming up next, Chad Ruel Holder. Let's see what he has to offer.
In this competition, I am 18 now and I have to go. Goodbye, my fellow Calypsonians. It was great to fight you in Calypso, but this year I'm in a winning mood. This year I won't let you bounce down, so expect me to jump up and behave rude. This year I sing in a party song. Who party get licked? Who party get flicked? Who party play bo peep and end up losing their sheep? Who party fell ten down? Who a party really strong? I want you to sing along when I sing the party song. Moving in the party, moving in the party, prancing in the party, dancing in the party. I should sing good election. I tell them no, not me and that. My last year must be one of celebration. Now book politicians and they crap. It doesn't bother me who lose their seat. Things hard for me like Canton and Pound. I want to lift my spirit with a soca beat. This year a party song. Who party get licked? Who party get flicked? Who party play bo peep and end up losing their man? Who party got ten down? Who a party very strong? I want you to sing along when I sing the party song. Moving in the party, moving in the party, prancing in the party, dancing in the party. How you feeling tonight? Let me see your hands, all my fans. They can't change me, I made up my mind. Party is the way that I have to go. To give my fellow Kaisonians a jam this time, show them I can sing party calypso. Not about consultants or who got big money. That's a serious thing, don't get me wrong. This is the last night for me. I can beat them bad with the party song. Who party get licked? Who party get flicked? Who party play bo peep and end up losing their sheep? Who party got ten down? Who a party 20 strong? I want you to sing along when I sing the party song. Moving in the party, moving in the party, prancing in the party, dancing in the party. Ay, 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 yeah.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out.
The second place represented by Mr. Norman Barrow. When I call second, you will know who's first. When I call first, you will know who's second. You need to give the minister some time to present the award after Mr. Stephen Cozy as well presents the check to the winner. Scotiabank, coming live on radio and television. Let us waste no time, keep the drum roll going. In second place, doing the song written and arranged by Krista Cummins-Beckles, My Dream, AC. The winner tonight, the trophy presented by Mr. Stephen Cozier, the Minister Blackett is presenting the award. The Minister Blackett, yeah, Saruan, written by Red Plastic Bag, written by Plastic Bag, yo.
I am 18 now and I have to go. Goodbye, my fellow Calypsonians. It was great to fight you in Calypso. But this year I'm in a different mood. This year I won't let you bounce down. So expect me to jump up and behave rude. This year.
That was 2008. I was watching Sorol as he watched himself and watched that, and you were smiling.
Yeah.
The memories, right?
The memories.
So when you saw that, now talk to me about those. What came through you as you watched that moment of time?
Everything just came back to me. You know, I just saw my mom on stage celebrating the victory with me. Doyen, her name was AC at the time. She came second. We are friends up to now, up to this day, and she's in the big arena also as well. Yes. She's also in Host of Soca with me also as well too. So just seeing that just brought back some really, really great memories.
Fond memories.
Yes, and it just showed the journey, you know.
But then that was a little very skinny.
I was real skinny, like.
You didn't see yourself until then. To you were full and big because you've grown up in the industry. You know, 20 years later now, you're a full man.
Yeah,
and do people still see you as this little skinny Sorol?
To be honest, I don't think so. I think that people remembered me from Junior Monarch. I wouldn't say that. They still see me as a junior.
Boy.
No.
But it's you as an equal now. You're one of them too.
Definitely.
Well, that's good to hear. And so, winning has always meant a lot to you.
Yeah.
And now you're in the Calypso as a Calypso monarchy, you know, and you work on that as well. Do you remember last year's experience?
Last year's experience was very personal.
How so?
I lost my brother to gun violence, and I sang about it. It was bittersweet for me.
I remember just again sitting doing commentary and watching and listening, and all of us in that production booth, we felt your performance because you really internalized your song and you delivered the song. It was very strong. It was very impactful indeed. And so I want, if we can, to share a little bit of that with you. So in the event that you may have not taken time to look at it again.
Okay.
Do you mind?
I don't mind.
All right, let's take a look.
strong born with this mark. Crossed her heart and broke her spirit, while she held her dying son. Oh, a single bullet shattered the silence, snatched the man away from his baby. Now we found the love of their daddy. Navigating life won't be a breeze. Oh no. As to the hit another gunshot from neighbors to scatter. Such reckless and inhumane behavior. Semi-automatic revolver. You cold-blooded murderer. You pulled the trigger, and by your life is gone. Then will it end? It has to end. 'Cause these ugly bloodstains marking up the street. When will it end? It has to end. These brutal shootings of a young black man.
Powerful, powerful message indeed from Sir Roel as he performed in the Pick of the Crop finals last year indeed. Even by the costuming alone, it was gripping. You got it indeed. And so, you saw Skinny? I know you see a different Sir Roel, right?
Definitely.
In terms of look and appeal, because as you transition in life, you're also transitioning in the way you present to yourself. Is that a conscious decision for you to wear your locks?
Yeah.
Why?
You know, through the years, I would have had different hairstyles. So I said I would just try the lots and see how it goes, and I'm loving them, you know.
It makes you more comfortable?
It's just a preference.
Okay. Marketing yourself, who do you have people around you who assist you with determining what it is going to be the look, what is going to be the feel, how you dress, those kinds of things?
Well, no. It was not like that before, but I would definitely say that I have people in my team, you know, giving me ideas, giving me guidance, people that would not give me bad advice, you know.
That's brilliant. This year now, 2025, 20 years in the business, what are you doing?
A song called I Second That. It's also playing.
I second that. Tell me what's about.
It's also playing on my second place, and it's also saying that people in life deserve a second chance.
Even if you're in second place. And, yeah, you've done lots of seconds, and so you're saying you're taking that route this time, and you're in the House of Soca again.
House of Soca, we are opening June the 15th.
Okay. A couple weeks.
Father's Day, yeah.
So, June the 15th, House of Soca opening indeed. Recently, you were in Trinidad and Tobago, and you traveled a circuit, the home of Soca and home of Calypso. Talk to me a little bit about that experience, having gone back into Trinidad and Tobago.
I would say that that experience kind of shaped my decision to where I am now. Because before, I was not coming back into the Calypso arena.
Really?
No, I wasn't.
Why?
I just wasn't, you know.
You don't want to say?
I don't want to say.
Okay.
But I wasn't coming back in the Calypso arena. And my temp manager was like, but you know, you're going to Trinidad. I went. The experience was tremendous. And I can honestly say that because of that, that is why I have the material I have today.
Everyone deserves a second chance.
Everyone deserves a second chance.
Everyone deserves.
I second that.
And I second that. And so, 15th of June, when the tent opens, we'll see you do that. And we'll see you do so much more as well. I know you've also released, because there's some songs that you released during the pandemic.
Oh, yes.
Beautiful song. Beautiful, haunting song, as a matter of fact.
We're in this together, right?
Yes. And you know, I can still hear it in my head because we played it on 94.7 while I was working on the air. And so I remember watching the video and hearing this, I'm thinking, this is haunting me because we feel it, we felt it. And so, and that was written by you?
That was written by me. It was all, the production was done in London, but it was written by me.
You are so phenomenal. You have no idea how phenomenal you truly are. I don't think you do. You are really, really brilliant. Barbados is so proud of you. We celebrate your 20 years in the industry. And I'm sure you see yourself doing this for a whole lot more years, right? Entertainment?
Of course.
In Barbados and globally?
All over the world.
Wherever it takes you.
Wherever it takes me.
Wherever it takes you.
Music takes me.
How would you describe who you are now?
I would definitely say that I have grown, you know. Person I was before was timid. People may still think I'm timid, but I'm more assertive. You know, I pick up energies, you know. I know who's genuine from who isn't.
And that keeps you grounded?
Definitely.
Well done. Sir Roel, 20 years in the business. When you see him somewhere on the street, congratulate him.
I also want to say that I'm selling tickets for opening night. We have a special, a 2-for-1 special. One ticket can bring in
2 people.
$60.
So look for Sir Roel and grab that 2-for-1 special indeed. So when you see him on the street again, wish him well, wish him all the best indeed for 20 years in the industry and doing it very, very well. And buy your tickets for the opening night for House of Soca, June the 15th indeed. Thank you, Sir Roel. All the best.
And thanks for having me.
You're more than welcome. More than welcome indeed. What a celebration indeed it is today for Sir Roel. 20 years. We're back in just a moment.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV 8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar microbiome probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
So with so much happening this weekend, I can't let you go without reminding you that One Heart, One St. John is the marquee event for the parish of St. John. That's also tomorrow at 11 o'clock. There's a cricket match at Gall Hill. And then in the afternoon from about 2 or so, you can all head over to Pool Woods for a whole lot. The Avenue of Community is what my girl Stacey would have referred to it indeed, where there's a culinary showcase featuring massive roast breadfruit. Indeed, the community party that will be on indeed, so if you like to consume teas and all their flavors, the farmers market and local food vendors, the Barbados Food and Rum Pavilion, the Dominoes Showdown will also be on, putting on South competition, karaoke competition, live performances, music right through the evening. It's a full day at Pool Woods for the marquee event for the parish of St. John. Cricket at 11, and then you're heading there. Now, buses will leave the terminals, and they will leave every 2 hours to take you into Pool Woods in St. John. But if you can make your way there, do make your way there and celebrate as a community in St. John. Well, that's our time today. I want to thank you so much for keeping us company. We do look forward to seeing you again, if it be the will of the Lord, on Monday. Wishing you a wonderful weekend. My crew says thank you. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning.